This video will leave you speechless. Today is the most crucial day in the history of XRP Ripple, the day that could change its fate. And the predictions are quite good. The Ripple versus SEC trial might end today. And the most exciting thing is that experts think the price of XRP might go up to $10,000 right after that. That's quite cool. That's right. Let's take it apart. You can't afford to miss this optimistic indication. Disclaimer: XRP is swiftly becoming one of the most important stories in the world of cryptocurrencies because it is at the crossroads of regulatory change, institutional acceptance, and political support. What used to be a token that was bogged down by legal ambiguity is now being marketed as a real institutional-grade asset. Some people in the community say that May 19th could be the day that changes everything for XRP. A community commentator named J4B1 recently said that May 19th could be the most crucial day in XRP's history. The projection is based on the fact that XRP futures ETFs are likely to start trading on the CME group. To some, this can look like just another product on the market. But in the world of crypto, the introduction of futures ETFs has always been a big deal. After their futures ETFs went live, Bitcoin and Ethereum both saw big changes in their prices. Spot ETFs had an even bigger effect. If XRP follows a similar path, this might be the time when the asset breaks free from its long-held limits and enters a new phase of being accepted by institutions. ETFs are basically financial vehicles that let investors have exposure to an asset without really owning it. Futures ETFs follow contracts that bet on future prices, whereas spot ETFs are backed by the asset itself. When a cryptocurrency acquires a spot ETF, it becomes available to regular investors, pension funds, and banks. Players with billions of dollars at their disposal yet need to follow the rules to get engaged. It would be a huge change for XRP to get this much attention. The unexpected change in US regulatory leadership makes this time even more interesting. According to reports, Paul Atkins, a former SEC commissioner who was renowned for being pro-market, has taken over as SEC head from Gary Gensler. Atkins has said in the past that he supports balanced crypto regulation. His appointment may lead to a time when regulators and the blockchain industry work together more. The Federal Reserve has already given US banks the go-ahead to trade in crypto markets. This is the first time that institutions have been allowed to do this. This comes at the end of the long-running SEC litigation against Ripple. XRP used to be in a lot of legal trouble, but things are starting to get better. As Finance Bull said on X, the SEC can't win this case unless it confesses it was wrong about XRP. Deaton made it obvious. No entrance, no going back. The judge has already made a decision. XRP is not a security. The more the SEC waits, the worse it appears. Not Ripple, but for them. This isn't merely a legal drama. It's about getting people and the markets to believe in XRP again. The political scene is already starting to lean toward crypto. Donald Trump, who used to be president, has been very open about his support for US equities and cryptocurrencies. Some others say that XRP might even be part of a national reserve plan. Trader Rocco tweeted something powerful to sum up the moment. Trump says to buy US stocks, and they will go up like a rocket ship. The SEC litigation against Ripple is over. Now is the moment for XRP to attain its goal. All of this is coming together at a time when XRP is finally becoming a top dog. XRP is going through a big change. It went from being a token that was the subject of a lawsuit to a financial instrument that is traded all over the world and is getting attention from governments and institutions. The next several weeks could shape its legacy. As J4B once said, anyone who own XRP today might be on the edge of what could be the biggest price storm in crypto history. And of course, this might rocket the price of XRP Ripple straight up to the moon. But here's the twist. You believe you've seen pumps before? Change your mind. What happens next could change XRP's future in a big way. Believe me, what analysts and insiders say will blow your mind. And what occurs next could surprise everyone in the market. So here is a tweet from Jack the Rippler. You will get rich using XRP. It's a simple statement, but it reflects what thousands of people who have held on to their coins for a long period have thought for years. And now they're even louder. Ripple expert went even farther, saying that XRP will go up by 40,000% on the day the SEC and Ripple lawsuit is over. A big green candle is arriving. That kind of crazy price movement might sound like a dream, but when you think about what happened to Bitcoin and Ethereum when the rules were made clear, it's not impossible, especially because the case has been going on for almost 3 years and is holding back XRP's true market potential. And if you're still not sure if it's all just hype, think about this. Brett tweeted that if you had put $1,000 into XRP in February 2013, you would now have around $445,600. That's not a joke. That is info from the past. A lot of people are wagering that history will repeat itself, especially now that the macro conditions are aligning up again. Early investors made a lot of money. But the XRP captain's suggestion that XRP may hit $10,000 per coin has shocked the community more than anything else. Just one statistic shook the market to its core. At this pricing, there would be an unbelievable gain of 421,800%. It was bold, it was crazy, and it started a heated debate throughout the whole crypto industry. Pumpius backs up this degree of enthusiasm by saying that XRP might someday reach $1 million, thanks to Ripple's work with tokenized, real-world assets and worldwide financial integration. These aren't simply little hopes. These are guesses based on the idea that XRP will be the main currency in the world. But here's the deal. If XRP were to reach $10,000 with about 53,600,000,000 tokens in circulation, its market cap would go above $536 trillion. That's a lot more than all the money in the world. Critics say that these predictions don't take into account basic economic rules. Even people who agree with this value say it's not merely implausible. Unless the world's financial system is completely redesigned, it can't happen. So what is real? What can be done? Experts that are more realistic note that XRP's cross-border payment system, its use by businesses, and its increasing network of global partners all support stable, long-term growth. X-Force, Global and eGreg Crypto are two analysts who think XRP will reach between $10 and $20. eGreg Crypto thinks the price will hit $27 by the end of 2025. If Ripple wins its legal fights, more businesses will start using it. It might not sound as impressive as $10,000, but it's still a lot. A $20 investment that happens early on is almost a 10x return, which is quite rare in traditional finance. XRP is at a point where there are huge chances and very high expectations. The SEC case might terminate at any time. And if the result is good, it could finally be possible for ETFs, bank partnerships, and real-world use to happen. But investors have a lot of duty because they have a lot of potential. It's important to tell the difference between hype and reality, as well as dreams and data, in crypto. XRP's future could be bright, even explosive, but only time will tell if it lives up to the most optimistic predictions from its most devoted fans. Let's discuss about the most recent XRP Ripple collaborations and news. And believe me, this is when things start to become pretty interesting. We're talking about banks worth billions of dollars, worldwide organizations, and partnerships that change the game. You could assume XRP has already reached its full potential, but think again. What is going on behind the scenes could be the most bullish sign we've ever seen. XRP's rising use around the world is quietly but strongly impacting its future, and this could be a big reason for its price to go up. One smart person, Versan from Black Swan Capitalist, said it perfectly. There is a $300 trillion problem with sovereign debt. XRP wasn't made to guess, it was made to fix it. This shows that XRP is not just a speculative asset, but a real-world solution to big financial problems, especially when it comes to managing debt and making payments across borders. Recently, several major VPN providers, including NordVPN, Surfshark, and Cactus VPN, have started accepting XRP payments through CoinGate, a payment gateway that makes crypto transactions safe and quick. This stealthy launch may have gone unnoticed by many people, but it's a big sign that XRP is becoming a part of everyday services. These VPN services, which are popular with people who care about privacy, want fast, cheap, and decentralized payment methods, which is exactly what XRP delivers. This integration isn't about big marketing efforts, it's a smart step toward making crypto payments more common. It suggests that businesses who care about privacy and security consider XRP as a useful way to pay. People who use these VPNs may now easily and confidently pay their subscriptions with XRP. This brings together crypto fans and regular people. This modest but steady acceptance in many fields shows that XRP is useful for more than just trade and speculation. The more businesses use XRP to make real-world purchases, the more people want the token. When institutional interest and regulatory clarity are added to this natural growth in use cases, it frequently leads to higher prices.